Well, that was a bit dramatic. So, what's up, guys? Noe here. This is a voiceover. I want to explain about Monster Hunter Wilds a bit. Like, I experienced the whole thing, and I kind of want to say there are some stuff that kind of rubbed me the wrong way about the community saying that the game looks choppy. As you can see on my game, yes, it is not running very smooth, but my game is running. It's very playable, and this is just the beta. A lot of people were expecting the game to be running like above 60 frames on their PC. If I mean, I think most of them should just upgrade, but yeah, a lot of them aren't really too pleased about the way the game looks. However, how the game plays is amazing. Now, I'm a Charge Blade user, and seeing the new Charge Blade mechanic, it's good, and I do like it. I do miss ASAD just a little bit, but other than that, I'm having a great time with Charge Blade. And if any of you guys are Charge Blade users out there, hey, I think this is the best time to get back into using Charge Blade and not just any other weapon. And speaking of any other weapon, did you know you can run two different weapons? This is actually something kind of new. It wasn't really put in Rise, but in Monster Hunter Rise, you could switch the weapon style, as in like you can basically switch up which attack you want to use, which was really cool. But at the same time, I think switching weapons during mid combat is also very interesting. For example, Rathalos, if you guys are using longsword users, any of you guys are longsword users, you're gonna have a hard time hitting Rathalos in the air. He's always gonna be flying around. That's where you can switch over to like gun lance, or not really gun lance, but like the heavy bow gun, light bow gun, or bow itself. Stuff like that will actually help you in that fight. And I think that's actually very really unique. Or you could just use a flash pod and knock him out of the air. But that kind of gives me an idea if they implemented it into this game. In Monster Hunter Rise, you had two flash pods you can use on Rathalos. After that, third one would not work, nor were the fourth one or the fifth one. He'll just basically be immune to flash pods. Now that's when I could see this mechanic actually working. For me, being a Charge Blade user, I'm gonna use bow, because let's say I do use two flash pods, knock Rathalos out of the air, do damage with my Charge Blade, and then after that, he gets right back up, starts flying in the air. Well, I'm kind of stuck until he touches the ground. Luckily for me, I have a bow, so I can just shoot him out of the air, and I think that's actually really unique. Also, the tent system in this game is actually pretty unique as well. Placing your tent, depending on where you are in the world, will actually have an effect on it in the world a bit. As you can see, for example, here I put a tent here. It was very dangerous to place a tent there. As you can see, there's a dangerous meter for safety level, and if you choose to put it there, that's your choice. That's waste of points, but yeah, eventually a monster will break it if they are close to it. So this is basically like the tent system in Monster Hunter World, kind of the closest tent that you want to get back into the monster. It's kind of like that, except it's more dangerous, and it's not really like an actual base, but it is a tent for you to go into, switch your weapons, do all that good stuff. So it is basically a campsite, or the base, if you will. But I think it's really unique that your tent can now be destroyed. Seeing how back in Monster Hunter World or Rise, you can actually just run away and go to your tent, and the monsters can't really get you. Now, it seems like they can. I mean, you can put a tent close to a monster, but that really is your choice. And I mean, I think that's actually amazing, because it's either in a safe area or in a dangerous area. If you're gonna put it in a dangerous area, make sure you Don't bring the monster that way. Let's just be smart about it. Another thing is two monsters. As you can see on my screen, there's two Chotacabras. We never actually had that unless it was an optional quest or a special kind of quest where you have to fight the same monster. But if you're just out exploring, you would never actually see two monsters on the same map. This is actually unique, and I really do like it a lot. Like, I actually like it a lot. So yeah, I mean, there's some small changes you probably won't really notice unless you got to play the beta. If you didn't really play the beta like that much, like I did, again, I didn't get to play that much. I really just fought like what, 4 monsters. I fought Chotacabra, the lion bear, whatever you want to call it. I also fought, what is it? I fought a lot of monsters. There's only like 6 monsters added into the beta, but just know I fought a lot. I fought all of them. Well, I actually didn't fight one of them, which was a electrical wyvern. It looks pretty cool. I never got to fight him. Couldn't even find him. I would see him when I would fight Arkveld, but other than that, yeah, I couldn't really fight him myself, which kind of sucked a lot. But however, fighting certain monsters is gonna be interesting. You can do a lot of stuff when fighting monsters, especially exposing wounds. The easiest way to expose a wound, in my opinion, is to jump on top of their back, do a little bit of damage. Depending on what weapon you have, that can actually benefit you a little bit. For example, a Charge Blade can't really reach on the back of in the back of a monster. So what I did was I would wound the head, and then I would wound the back. If I had a chance, I would wound the tail. If I couldn't wound the tail, I just wouldn't wound the tail. But yeah, I would do damage to the back, make sure I had 2 wounds, and then actually do my finishing move on the back, basically making the monster fall down and have an opening on the head, which will open up that wound as well, doing more damage. So yeah, it's a pretty cool system. I actually like it. It's better than Clutch Claw, in my opinion. Clutch Claw was pretty OP, a little bit too strong, in my opinion. But yeah, we got some mechanics from Rise and World in this game, and I actually like it a lot. I do like the way you have to like get Savage Axe now. It is interesting. It does kind of suck, but at least you can actually do damage to it, to the monster while you're doing it, rather than in World you can just do it whenever. Basically you can set up, but I think this is way better. Not only am I attacking, I'm still setting myself up. As you can see, I have basically everything. I have my sword charge, I have Savage Axe, I have my files, I have my shield. So I was all set up, ready to do massive damage. And yeah, I mean, you can do a lot of damage. Switching the weapons in this game is a bit tedious. I did try it right there. I tried to show you guys. Basically was trying to use bow, or at least show it off a little bit. But even like right here, like I'm just in the flow and I'm just doing damage. Yeah, he got me right there, but other than that, I'm low-key in the zone. Yeah, broke that part, go right into it and just do damage. It's really unique, and I don't really see a point to use the to switch a weapon, like the whole switching a weapon thing. If you like to keep your weapon, that's fine, but I really don't see a need to do that unless, you know, you can do some type of way, like for example, as I was saying, you can run like Charge Blade and bow. That's what I'm running. And what if you can like set up both things? Like you can set up both of the weapons. My Charge Blade is fully set up, and then my bow is doing damage. I knock down the monster, call my sacred, and then, you know, switch my Charge Blade, or switch back to my Charge Blade, and then do massive DPS. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I couldn't really get it to work. It's very difficult for something like that to happen. I don't actually was trying to, but I couldn't even tell, because when I was trying to set up for my bow, I wasn't doing enough damage, and I feel like I was just taking forever. So I don't really know if it worked or not, but if you guys did, let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, I can't tell you enough how much this game looks beautiful. Like, a lot of people are just worried about the graphics and like the frame. I get it, I understand, but this is beta. Like, this isn't like a VIP access to the game early. Yeah, it's a demo, but it's still like, it's still in beta. Like, it's not perfect. Like, you guys better be lucky we even got anything. There's a lot of stuff in this game that I didn't know was in here. There's a lot of stuff that I didn't know that you could do. So yeah, I mean, this was just a test to see if the online stuff was working, and it is working. I'm not gonna lie, it's working pretty well. But yeah, I feel like a lot of guys or a lot of people just gave Capcom a hard time. But I don't know, I've been seeing a lot of good reviews about it on other content creators. It's just the other people in the comments saying like, it's terrible. I don't know about you guys, but I like it. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. This was a very short clip. I just wanted to like get my opinion out there before the game fully launches, which is going to be within what, 2 weeks? What day is it? It is currently February 20th, so we got 8 more days. So next week we get this game. I am super excited. I won't be playing it for 2 weeks from here, even though it drops next week. I don't normally play games on my weekends, which is the day I work. So yeah, I'll be uploading more Monster Hunter later. But yeah, if you guys wonder why I'm playing as a female, I play as my girlfriend. That's just it. I will be playing a female when I'm solo playing. When I'm playing with friends, I'll play as myself if we can have multiple profiles. Hopefully we do. I really hope we do. It's better not be no Breath of the Wild stuff where we actually have one slot only. That would kind of suck a lot. But yeah, until next time, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Noe, and peace out.
We must be delusional for thinking we could be something at all. It's so predictable. If it's really over, why are you over?